Bonjour, mes amis. So that was hello, my friends in French. From what you all have said, Lara is from Belgium and from a French-speaking part of Belgium. From what I researched, Belgium has three main languages, French, Dutch, and German is what I saw. But anyway, I like to do the phrase hello, my friends, in the language of the performer I'm reacting to. So today I'm doing a long-awaited reaction to Lara Fabian's performance of Caruso, written by Lucio Dalla, who actually wrote it as a tribute to the singer Enrico Caruso, who died around 1921 and was a famous opera singer at the time. So I went ahead and I listened to some performances. Obviously, it's audio only back in 1921, but they have some out on YouTube. And so I listened to some of Enrico's performances, and I really like his voice a lot. He sounds to me, at least, like a combination. If you were to combine Placido Domingo's voice and Luciano Pavarotti's voice, if you were to combine those two, that's what he sounds like to me. There were times where I felt like, oh, he sounds like Placido, and then he would kind of soar up to some of the higher notes and kind of the higher part of his range, and I thought, no, that sounds more like Pavarotti. So, yeah, but really a gifted singer. And one of my favorites that I listened to of his was the La Donna e Mobile. So if you have a chance to listen to that one, that was one of my favorites. Anyway, so Caruso, beautiful song. I've heard Andrea Bocelli sing it, of Luciano sing it. I love the song. I'm excited to hear her interpretation of it. And as I do for all of my reactions, I'm going to read the lyrics with their English translation here. Here where the sea glistens and the wind blows hard, on an old terrace in front of the Sorrento Gulf, a man embraces a girl after having cried. Then he clears his throat and restarts the song. I love you very much, but so much you know it is a chain by now that dissolves the blood inside the veins, you know. Saw the lights in the middle of the sea, thought of the nights there in America, but they were only fishing lights. In the whitewash of a propeller, felt the pain in the music. Stood himself up from the pianoforte, but when he saw the moon come out of a cloud, even death seemed to him sweeter. Looked at the girl in the eyes, those eyes green like the sea. Then all of a sudden a tear came out, and he thought he was drowning. I love you very much, but so much you know it is a chain by now that dissolves the blood inside the veins, you know. Power of the opera, where every drama is a falsehood, that with a bit of makeup and with mimicry, you can become someone else. But two eyes that are looking at you, so close and true, make you forget the lyrics, confuse the thoughts. So everything becomes small, even the nights there in America. You turn and see your life as the wash of a propeller. But yes, it's life that is ending. But he didn't so much think about it. Rather, he was already feeling happy and restarted his song. Repeats the chorus. Yeah, so this is really deep. I like this part. But two eyes that are looking at you, so close and true, make you forget the lyrics, confuse the thoughts. It's definitely a powerful song about a deep love. Looked at the girl in the eyes, those eyes green like the sea, then all of a sudden a tear came out and he thought he was drowning. So I have to think, okay, Lucio is writing this in honor of Enrico. So with that in mind, I think it speaks a lot to, he talks about this singer performing in the song several times during the course of the song, and then feeling overwhelmed with the emotion, especially as far as it relates to a girl. So I think he's relating that to Enrico and some of the feelings that Lucio felt from Enrico's songs, the emotion and the love that he heard coming through in his voice. Yeah, so that's kind of my take on it. But let's see. But yes, it's life that is ending, but he didn't so much think about it. Rather, he was already feeling happy and restarted his song. So the video that we're going to watch, I just wanted to, before I forget to do a special thanks and shout out to Marcel Lapierre. Hopefully I pronounced that right. In one of his comments, he provided a link to this version of Lara's performance from her concert From Lara with Love, which you guys, that was one of the comments I saw as I went back and looked through, is that you were all saying, be sure to do it from this concert. This is like her best of type concert. So my problem was, as some of you mentioned, the quality of the video from this concert's not the best. So I appreciate Marcel releasing a version of the video that's enhanced, but also is trilingual. So I believe it has English, French, and Italian, I believe, subtitles. So that's really cool. So with that, I'm excited to hear her version of this. So if you haven't already, if you're new to the channel, if you could please click on the subscribe and then click the notifications bell there so that you can get notified of any of my new reactions to Lara or any of the other artists that you might be interested in. I would greatly appreciate that. Thank you.
Qui dove il mare luccica e dove tira forte il vento, su una vecchia terrazza davanti al golfo di Sorrento, un uomo abbraccia una ragazza dopo che aveva pianto, poi si schiarisce la voce e ricomincia il canto.
Wow. I really do love her voice. It's just something about it. And there's something about the way she performs. She's just one of those performers, and I've said this before, but she puts her whole heart and soul into each performance. She feels the song. It's almost like she channels, in this case, Lucio, and his original intent with the lyrics. And yeah, she's amazing. Let's keep going here.
Te voglio bene assai.
Her phrasing is
Ma tanto bene sai. È una catena ormai che scioglie il sangue dentro i veni, sai. Le luci in mezzo al mare, le sole notti là in America, erano solo le lampare, la bianca scia di un'elite.
That's cool.
Senti il dolore nella musica, si alzò dal pianoforte. Ma quando vide la luna uscire da una nuvola, gli sembrò più dolce anche la morte.
See how she's changing it up a little bit right there? So like the ends of the phrases, she's kind of doing a little bit of a higher a segment of notes there to kind of make it her own. That's the mark of a really gifted artist, is when you can keep the core of the song intact, but yet still add your own, and she's doing her own phrasing as well. So having heard, like I said, Bocelli's version and Pavarotti's version, her version is slightly different and her phrasing is slightly different. And I also wanted to point out one thing, and that is a shout out to all accompanists out there. So I don't know if she's going to watch this, but I wanted to give a shout out to Leilani Mork. She was our accompanist, my wife and I, when we were in college, and she's amazing. And one of the things she does really well, and you can hear it with this accompanist as well, is to really almost create like a symbiosis with the performer. So this like coming together where you're feeling it together and the accompaniment fits so well with the vocal, and the accompanist is adjusting to what the vocalist is doing, right? Because really the accompaniment should not be just this, where they're just playing the notes, they're playing the 16th notes or whatever, and the runs and all the different things and the chords, the way it's written. And then the singer's just singing it the way it's written in the exact timing. And, that's not the way that a performance is supposed to happen. It's supposed to be something personal and unique and heartfelt, and something that you feel, that grows and comes down and has its moments where it rises and stirs those listening and then touches them and excites them, whatever those things are. And she is doing a fantastic job of the phrasing, right? Coming in and out of the phrases and really like bringing the feeling to the song. And I'm going to rewind a little bit here. I think I kind of paused in a weird spot, but I just wanted to point that out. So the accompanist is super important. She's motioning, she's telling a story. See how this is more kind of a tear.
Potenza della lirica, dove ogni dramma è un falso, che con un po' di trucco e con la mimica, sai, puoi anche diventare un altro. Così diventa tutto piccolo, anche le sole notti là in America. Ti volti e vedi la tua vita come la scia di un'elica. Te voglio bene assai, ma tanto bene sai, è una catena ormai.
Nice and open right there.
Che scioglie sangue di te bene sai. Te voglio bene assai.
That was definitely Larized, right? If there's such a word. She put her own spin on that phrase right there. The thing I haven't really talked about, that, and part of the reason I love her voice, is that she has a natural forward placement of the sound. She's never like placing the sound back. When I say back, like if you've heard a singer that, and they sing and it's kind of like, it's kind of back in the back of their throat, and it kind of has this kind of a dull timbre to it. If someone is placing it forward and singing correctly and creating a nice open pathway for it, whether that's inside here by lifting the soft palate, so if you see their cheeks kind of rise a little bit, that's like the singer smile type thing, and that's raising the soft palate in the back to allow the sound to travel out, and give them a more open pathway for the sound. So a lot of these things, she just seems very natural at it, that she's very gifted at understanding how to bring the sound out, and how to form the vowels. All those things are very important, especially with Italian. And I've mentioned this before, but Italian is definitely my favorite foreign language to sing. It's just a beautiful language. So flowing and open, and it's beautiful. And from what you guys have said, she speaks Italian. She doesn't just sing Italian, but she speaks it as well, from what you said. So anytime you're a native speaker of a language, it definitely helps when you're singing it. But yeah, she has an amazing voice, and she's really bringing it with this song. It's very powerful. Let me just go back just a little bit here. Yeah, this part right here. That's awesome. Wow. I've said that before with other reactions, but that was definitely a wow. That's one of my favorites that she's done, in my opinion. She's very special. She is a special performer. Every performance that she gives it with her whole heart, and I always feel something powerful stirring as I listen to her sing. I don't know how she does it as far as just bringing it like that for every song. I've already reacted to several songs from this concert, And every single one, she's bringing it and just digging in with that deep emotion and power. That can take some out of you. I mean, that can take something out of you. So she's got a lot to give. She's got a very deep pool of emotional power to pull from, I think, to be able to pull that off, to be able to sing with that much power and feeling with each song like that. I mean, that's pretty amazing. She's something special. And like I said, she added her own little flavor in there, her own little special Lara touches, right? Of things that are distinctly hers, with kind of the little changes to the end phrases and things like that where she kind of raised it up or changed the notes. So beautiful performance, unique to the others that I've heard, and very powerful. So put down in the comments, if you could please, more Lara performances that you would like me to react to. And I will get to those hopefully sooner than I have. I apologize for the delay, and there's been a lot going on. As I mentioned in other reactions, I'm recovering from COVID, and I just got a new job, and so and of course the holidays, for the last couple months. So there's been a lot going on recently, and so I'm trying to get back to putting more reactions out. I really appreciate all of you for your patience. But anyway, as I say at the end of all of my reactions, what you need to know and remember each and every day is that you are special. You can accomplish your dreams, and you are loved. And if you need to come to my channel to feel that love and that sense of community that I hope we can create together, then I have succeeded in what I have set out to do, because that's part of my goal, is to really reach out across the world and help as many people as I can with their struggles, or to find some sense of peace and enjoyment and learn something, all those things. So thank you for your patience and for your support. If you look down in the description for this video, you'll see links to my Facebook, Instagram, my Patreon, and also to my store. I have merchandise and apparel out there with the Music Lights the World logo on there. So if you'd like to support the channel and get more involved, I would greatly appreciate that. And as I mentioned before, if you haven't already, if you could please click subscribe and the little notification bell there, so you can be notified of any new reactions, I would appreciate it. Thanks again, and take care.